everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode on Blitz Sports. I think you could already tell by the title, but if you don't, I will explain. On today's episode, I'll be talking Jets-Giants Week 2 recap and thoughts. And listen, as much as I'm happy about the Giants' wins, there's a lot of negatives. And the Cowboys, with this win against the Jets, probably proved they're one of the best teams in the NFL. Do I think their offense is? No. I don't think their offense is anything special. But their defense is unbelievable. It is unbelievable how good this Dallas Cowboys defense is. It is truly mind-blowing that a defense could be this good, because they are scary. And by scary, I mean Micah Parsons. Like, that guy alone is pretty scary. And I don't think a lot of people would and should disagree with me, because you don't know where that guy's going to line up with you. He could line up head-to-head as a defensive end. He could line up trying to get an interception as a linebacker. Then, next thing you know, on your blind side, you're getting rocked by Micah Parsons. It is truly unbelievable. It really is. And I think Daniel Jones and Zach Wilson found that out the hard way. Especially the Giants Week 1, 7 sacks for the Cowboys. Unbelievable numbers. Week 1? Week 1? That's outstanding. That is outstanding. And I got to give the Cowboys props, because their defense and special teams unit is scary. Their offense doesn't scare me one bit, knowing Dak Prescott's their quarterback, because I know damn well about every other throw is an interception out of that guy's hand. And I'm not going to hear he's the worst quarterback, because I think one of the worser quarterbacks, I don't even think that's a word, is Joshua Allen, because he freaking sucks. He sucks. I'm telling you, Jets fans, if Josh Allen didn't throw 4 freaking interceptions, you guys would have lost. I mean, your season's gone already without Rodgers. I'll tell you that now. Because with that offensive line and Zach Wilson not knowing how to move out of the pocket productively and throw a completion at the same time, it's not Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson will not do the job. As much as I think this Jets team is well built and a very good organization, I don't think Robert Saleh is the guy. I don't think Nathaniel Hackett is the guy. And I don't think Zach Wilson is the guy either. So you will see either a quarterback being signed or traded for in the offseason, or drafted not to replace Aaron Rodgers, to sit behind him and then replace him after next year if he even returns. A lot of speculation he won't. I think he might, because he's so optimistic to play this season. I'm telling you this now, Jets fans. If you guys don't make the playoffs, you guys should be scared Rodgers won't return. Because I think if the Jets don't make the playoffs, Rodgers is like, I'm just not doing this anymore. I'm not. This line sucks. Unless you guys get Trent Williams. No, I don't think Aaron Rodgers will return if the Jets miss out on the playoffs yet again. Robert Saleh, hot take. He's gone at the end of this season, and you could say that about a lot of head coaches, more so looking in the eyes of Brandon Stanley, who is maybe one of the worst coaches in the NFL. I think Arthur Smith necessarily beats him out there. There's a few other guys that I think are not as good as, or bad compared to Brandon Stanley. But I think Stanley's going to be gone Week 5. That's the Chargers bye week. So now, let's cut into some Jets-Giants Week 2. And there will be a lot of back and forth with Week 1. We'll start off hot with the Giants. Listen, Week 1, clunker. That was an absolute clunker. It was disappointing. And they always say, though, after a bad beating like that, you know, you got to bounce back with an even larger numbers on the board against the team you're playing. to say you can do that too. And listen, as much as I'm happy to get this week 2 win, I'm a little disappointed at the same time. And it's not that, I'm not disappointed Saquon's hurt. Listen, I'm hoping he sits out the 49ers game. I hope Daboll has a quick pull on Jones because, listen, this 49ers team, they're going to destroy the Giants. And there's no easy way to say this, but it's true. Because the Giants just flat out suck, man. Josh Dobbs is blowing Xavier McKinney up and into the end zone. It was embarrassing. That first half was embarrassing. 60 unanswered points. 60 unanswered points in 6 quarters. Ouch! Especially when the 20 of those 60 unanswered points are coming from the team that doesn't even have a quarterback. Who head coach is saying, listen, by a show of hands, who took the bus down here? A few guys raised their hands. A show of hands, who drove down here themselves? A few hands were raised. Did you have fire in your gut? Well, fire in my gut! Oh, man, he looked anything but that. But the whole Cardinals offense must have had fire around them because they seemed to be open for 20 yards basically every time they threw the ball. And James Conner made him look like Derrick Henry and Adrian Peterson and Barry Sanders, all 3 of them in their prime. It was very embarrassing. It was pretty freaking embarrassing for a while. But I'm like, no, this is not happening. It's not happening today. The Giants are not going to walk out of here with a loss. Listen, I had dinner. It was good. Steak and salmon. Very good. And the rice was, oh my God, it was good. So we had it paused, turn it back on. I'm like, listen, this team starts off the half with a 3 and out. And then if we give up a touchdown, it's over. 28-0, most likely, or 26-0 if they miss the 2, or 27-0 if they just go for the PAT. I'm like, it's over. It's too much, too little. We score. And then we stop. And we score. We stop. And then it's like starting to shoot into my mind like, holy crap, we might win. And I was also thinking to myself, but why? Why am I now having this realization in about the 4th quarter? Why? Because we're so good. And the Cardinals are not good. I'm going to be dead honest. The Cardinals are just not good. And we win. Hooray. But I'm kind of looking at it from a coach's perspective here. It's like you go into the locker room, hey, good second half. But the first 6 quarters we've played all season long absolutely sucked. And it showed. And now we're playing one of the best teams in the NFL on Thursday. So things need to change. McKinney needs to learn how to play defense again instead of riding RVs, I think. Quads, whatever they're called. He's got to stop riding those and learn how to play zone defense and how to tackle Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs blew him about 3 yards back. He could have done more, but he was already in the end zone, and it was embarrassing to watch. Joshua Dobbs, a guy volunteering at NASA in the offseason and even during the season, just blew you back 3 yards because he got lower than you. You were being lazy. You were trying to say, I'm stronger than you, and Josh Dobbs blew you back because you're not. Well, Xavier McKinney's stronger than Josh Dobbs. Let's face it. But Josh Dobbs just had the better technique. And in football, technique means a lot. And Josh Dobbs beat him. Josh Dobbs flat out beat him. And it was pretty hard to watch for a while. You know, Trey McBride's getting open. Marquise Brown. Like, James Conner is making the Giants' defense look terrible. Micah McFadden, horrendous. That was bad. That was just flat out bad by Micah McFadden. It was pretty hard to watch for a while. Then it got better as we started scoring more, and it became more enjoyable. Let's face it. It just became more enjoyable. And that's going to happen in football. But it was hard to watch for a while. But sometimes you just got to move on. And, I hope the Giants take consideration. All right, this game against the Niners. Listen, I knew this team was going to start the season 1-2. I said this team just cannot beat Dallas to save their lives in the regular season. It's just too early. For guys like Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, Javon Diggs. Just too early in the season for the Giants to be playing them. And I knew the 49ers were just such a good freaking team, man. If that team has, like, a legit quarterback, wow. Wow. When the wide receiver, too. What is easily one of the best wide receivers in the league, and he's your wide receiver, too. Pretty self-explanatory, actually. And, so, just a little bit disappointing for the Giants with that win. But then you're looking at it when you see the Cardinals have the first overall pick in the draft. And you're like, we won by a field goal. Not great. Not great at all. But, I think the Giants showed some real fire in their guts. Fire in your gut. Did you have fire in your gut? I think they showed some real fire in that second half. I think Daboll was getting pissed off. And, and I just want to clarify, he was not calling the plays. He just wanted to, I bet you he just wanted to write things down, see what they need to work on, all that good stuff. But bad look for Wink, bad look for Kafka, week 2. They need to pick it up here, because things are going to get tight in the NFC come playoff time, so you got to capture your lead now. You got to win your tiebreakers now. It all starts, and I don't think a lot of people realize that it starts now. Like, the season isn't just now you start tuning into the playoffs. I'm tuning into the playoffs now. Because tiebreakers. Lions beat the Seahawks. They could be battling it out for a wild card, and the Seahawks get in because they have the tiebreaker. You got to start looking at things now and really how important some of these games are. So now let's get to the Jets, week 2. Listen, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to be that good at this one because I'm going to be honest, I hardly watched this game. I was so glued with the Giants game, I didn't really watch it. But all I know, Jets basically got what the Giants got. Wilson, 4 interceptions. I do know that. 3. I was thinking about Josh Allen. 3. Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook. This Jets team, I looked at the box score, had basically like 100 yards. It was bad. Rushing was bad. Receiving was bad. It was honestly just a bad day for the Jets. And every team's going to have that. And it's honestly getting me to start thinking of how really good is this Cowboys team. If I'm telling people, the Jets, Zach Wilson, they played a hard Cowboys team. And I'm starting to think, like, this could be Dallas's year. Obviously, I don't think so. The only time I'll be saying that is if they can prove they can win a playoff game without putting their running back at center, Mike McCarthy. You're listening to the Kellen Moore, listening to that. I hope you are, because it's true. Just so, I think teams are going to start finding the holes in Dallas's defense. And also another thing I want to add about the Giants game, the reason why I think they won, they were really starting to expose that weak secondary of the Cardinals. That was something I really noticed is there's good ball after good ball. And Jones throws a beautiful ball, man. He doesn't get enough credit for it. His ball is beautiful. Just perfect spiral. That throw to Hyatt was perfect. And, so that Jets game was a clunker. Will I think Saleh will be gone? Yes, I think Robert Saleh will be gone at the end of the year. he'll get a defensive coordinator job somewhere. I mean, just think about what he did with this 49ers defense. But, yeah. So, Jets need to start picking it up now and figuring out what they're doing in this quarterback spot. Another quick thing. Nick Chubb's injury was so bad last night. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. If you haven't seen it, it's not like the Alex Smith, but it's bad. It's, like, really bad. It's not graphic, but it's just like, ooh, kind of gets like your knees weak, because his knee was weak after that, and he's out for the year. So, if you can, pick up Jerome Ford in your fantasy leagues. I recommend it. So, yeah, that's basically it. Giants, a lot of cons in their win. Jets, just being the Jets with Zach Wilson. Thank you for listening to Blitz Sports. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Blitz Sports with MJL24.